Hi, good morning. Huffy Bear here. Today we're going to be playing The Forgotten City. This is going to be a blind playthrough. I haven't played this before. And also, this is going to be something new for the channel. I plan to do like weekly Let's Plays from now on, in addition to my live streaming. So, strap in, grab a drink, and come vibe with me. Alright, let's start. New game. Message from the developers. Yeah, the only thing I know about this is that it used to be a mod for Skyrim, which I've never played because I was a console-only Skyrim player until fairly recently. Present day.
Hey, you're alive. When I dragged you out of the river, I thought you were never gonna wake up. I checked your pockets for ID, a phone, maybe. I hope you don't mind. But all I found was some loose change. So, wanna tell me who you are?
I can definitely see the Skyrim the Skyrim roots from this. I'm assuming one is patrician. What does this mean? I don't. Okay. Heads or tails? Let's go with this one. All right.
Well, it's nice to meet you. And I'm sorry to pry, but any idea why you were floating down the river? What's the last thing you remember?
Last thing I remember is I got hit by a truck and I woke up here. Archaeologist. Soldier. Only 10 bullets. Let's go with the soldier background.
Really? You're a soldier? But why are you out of uniform? Oh, was it a black op? Are you a soldier of fortune? You know what? Don't answer that. I don't think I want to know. But
Fair enough.
this should be a piece of cake for someone like you. There are some ruins just behind you. Roman, I think. I need you to go in there and see if you can find a guy named Al for me. He went
Al?
in there a few hours ago, and he hasn't come out. I've been freaking out, wondering if he's trapped or injured or worse. I would have gone in after him, but he made me promise to stay here, no matter what. There's no way I'm leaving without him. So I'm just kind of stuck here, waiting. I need...
Fair
what
enough.
I mean is, I was hoping you wouldn't mind going in there to find him. If you can do that, I can get both of you back to civilization in my boat. Please?
A debt is a debt, and you did save me.
Oh, of course. Sorry, I don't mean to be pushy. I just...
She must be
What do you
really
wanna
worried.
know?
Yeah, what's your story?
Oh, there's not much to tell. Feels like I've spent my whole life in a dead-end job with an endless commute. Know what I mean?
I do.
Oh, I'd rather not say if it's all the same to you.
What? But I introduced myself.
All right, fine. Sorry if I sounded cagey, it's just that I don't always get the best reactions when I introduce myself. My name's Karen.
I get it. I get it. She has that haircut, that Karen haircut. Sorry about that. All right. That Karen haircut. Hmm. Well, thank
Uh,
you.
you're welcome. Always happy to help. Was there anything else you wanted to ask?
Yeah, who's Al?
He's the guy who washed up on the riverbank not long before you did. I thought maybe you two knew each other. I guess not. But maybe the two of you can piece together what you're doing here. In any case, you'll like him, I'm sure. Once you find him, that is.
Wait, why were you so pressed then if you didn't even know who he was?
You really don't remember? We're in Italy. This river is the Tiber.
The Tiber.
Not much, really. But imagine what you might find in there. Priceless ancient artifacts. Al...
Wow, you must really like Al.
What am I, an idiot? You could hike a long, long way in any direction and never find another soul. Trust me.
Well, sorry.
Great. So you're ready to go look for Al?
Sure.
Thank you. The entrance is just past those columns behind you.
Alright, we're on our way for him.
Please, hurry.
Quid pro quo.
Back
Let's
already?
try.
What's up? Oh, of course.
Does she have any more
What did
dialogue?
you want to know?
She does not. Let's... No, we can't back out.
He's the guy
Okay.
who washed up on... But, in any case... Great.
Alright, I'll be
Thanks
going.
again.
So I washed up here. Oh, my flashlight's attack light. Okay, fair enough. I have a little Glock 19. Okay, left trigger to sprint. I don't want to sprint all the time though, because I enjoy looking at architecture in video games, and the environments. When I was younger, I thought it would be cool to be a level designer or something like that for video games. Yeah, I want to keep our pistol down. What kind of environment was this? Al's note.
If you're reading this, it means I've discovered the entrance to an ancient Roman city hidden deep underground. Its existence is long forgotten.
Whoa. Except in the Latin inscription. Wait, Al.
Forgotten. All knowledge of it lost.
Okay.
Except in the Latin inscription here.
I was wondering why it
It reads,
stopped.
You who wish to enter the city, step forth and be judged. The virtuous shall be rewarded with eternal life in paradise. The wicked shall find themselves showered in gold, but in vain, for this shall be their final resting place. Could an underground city have remained a secret for all this time?
This is a Roman
People have
bath.
survived down there, against the odds. It seems there's only one way to find out. If I'm not back in an hour, I'm somewhere on the other side. Consider this
Alright, we'll wait for the dialogue to
invitation.
finish and then we'll translate.
Or a warning. Al Worth.
It's hastily scrawled Latin graffiti. I can't translate it yet. Oh, that must be what the archaeologist background is for. I guess that means we're going to do another playthrough of that. Ooh. Okay, that's the crouch. Are there things still alive here? What was that? A golden statue. In a pose of lamentation. Why do I get the feeling she was alive? Godlike figure turning a man into gold. Okay, yeah, she was definitely turned into gold somehow. I'm starting to think it may have been a good idea for an archaeologist playthrough first. Gladiator. Yeah, what was going on here? Oh, the room loaded. Wow. You know, I took 2 years of Latin when I was in high school, but I don't really remember too much of it. That's kind of a pain. This would have been a perfect use for that skill, that knowledge. What was that line from the textbook? It's one of the things I remember vividly. It was Caecilius est in horto. Caecilius is in the garden. It's fair, we're in a Roman city. Considering how similar my bear civilization was to it. In a state of terror. Actually, yeah, it doesn't make sense that this city was underground. Doesn't look like it should have been. I'm really glad there's no battery mechanic though, and our flashlight's just gonna stay on. Yeah, what were you looking at and afraid of? Oof. It's a long fall. Gilabat. Alright, let's run up the steps. Oh, locked up. Inscribed stone tablet. Wait. That's... He's not dressed like the rest. Inspect. Yeah, how is that Al? And he's hung himself.
To whoever reads this, I'm sorry you had to find me like this. And worse, you'll suffer the same fate I did. I've spent a lifetime in this place, going around and around in circles,
A lifetime.
searching for a way out. The inscription was right. There is no way back. In here, there are only two options. Death, or that God-forsaken doorway into the past. I made the mistake of stepping through it.
Doorway into the past.
I wanted to set things right. And I tried. I really tried. Whatever I did, it took me right back to the beginning. Don't make the same mistake. Better to end it all now. And find out what awaits you beyond that portal.
Yeah, no thanks. I'll check what's beyond the portal. This guy just didn't want to risk it all. What's strange though is like how he's made out of gold now. Was he gold before he died, or did he change after? Also, the game's not letting me run right now or sprint. Young Roman woman. All right, head up here. This doesn't really look like the kind of game where you'd have collectibles. I've been looking around, but I guess it's just as it appears. So this is a doorway into the past behind me. This is it. All right, we'll risk it all. Ooh. Oh, we're back. This is where we fell. Thousands of years into the past. No leads. We have one denarius. A silver denarius. So I'm wearing modern clothes.
Salve, friend.
Salve.
I'm Galerius. Mind telling me who you are and what you were doing in the Shrine of Proserpina? What? I'm speaking Latin. You are too, although your accent's a little strange.
Ah, some magic must have
I
happened.
see what you did there. Changing the subject like that. Nice try. But I'll ask again. Who are you, and what were you doing in the shrine?
Let's ask him what it is.
Yeah, you know, agricultural goddess of springtime? You're not from around here, are you? And you've just done it again. You're a sly one, aren't you? One more time. Who are you, and what were you doing in that shrine?
Let's tell the truth.
No idea what you're talking about. Oh, wait. Are you a bit, you know, not right in the head? That's all right, friend. Everyone's welcome here.
Of course. That's the only way it could go, I guess.
We sort of lose track of the date down here, but it feels like the beginning of spring to me, so I'd say early March? It's 817 AUC. Sorry, you look confused. 817 years since the founding of Rome. Which part of the empire are you from, exactly?
I'm pretty sure this is before
Not
Christ.
so loud. Just saying that name could land you in trouble here. If you haven't heard, his cultists burned down half of Rome last year. Horrible business. I heard Nero executed some of them. But a
Oh,
lot of
so it's
people are
right
still
around the
angry with
time
them,
of it's
even down here.
it's during the
So,
time of
If you're
Nero.
one of them, keep it to yourself. But listen, most folks seem a bit confused when they get here, but you seem very lost. and in more ways than one. So let me make this nice and simple for you. Live
Alright.
by our law here, and we'll all get along just fine.
What are the laws?
Laws, law. There's just one, the golden rule, and the punishment for breaking it's, well, it's kind of horrific. But our magistrate insists we take all newcomers to see him, so I guess I'll let him fill you in.
Alright,
So
fair
then,
enough.
You coming?
Yeah, let's go.
Follow me. When I first arrived, I couldn't believe there were people living down here. But, as you can see, we've got a nice little community now.
Ah. Cool. It will
Only
auto-follow.
23 of us at the moment, if you count the 3 who are missing. No idea how, since nobody knows a way out. But it's just big and dark enough to get lost in, if you're not careful.
Hello.
Aren't you going to introduce me to your pretty new friend, Galerius?
Keep it in your loincloth,
Oh, I was
Aurelia.
crouching.
I'm taking her to see the magistrate.
That pompous old bore
Oh, it's a
won't be
her.
magistrate for much
I'm a
longer.
her?
Anyone who helps vote him out today drinks at my bar for free tonight.
Politics. I'd stay clear of it.
I wasn't aware that
if I
those
were you.
backgrounds were gendered.
She's, it's not my place to say. Down on your right is our farm, where I grow all the food you'll ever want. As long as all you want is leek, cabbage, and wheat. Ah,
Hello.
that one usually gets a chuckle.
The bloodless shadows wander without flesh or bone.
Don't mind Livia.
Olivia.
She means well. She's just been in a bad place.
There's only
since-
23 characters according
Well,
to
you know,
Galerius.
I don't know what happened to her. Up here on your right is the chasm. If you've got a weapon, it belongs way
Chasm.
down at the bottom. Up on your left is the forum, where you can visit the market or get yourself patched up in Lucretia's clinic in the
So
Shrine
that's
of
the
Apollo.
market and clinic.
Most of us have almost nothing, just what we had on us when we arrived, and what we've been able to make and scrounge up since. And this central plateau is where the magistrate and the other patricians live, so don't expect a warm welcome.
Galerius, you're meant to be working the farm, not trudging dirt into the villas.
Take it easy, Horatius.
Oh, it's a
I was
soldier.
taking our new friend here to see the magistrate.
Well, he's asked me to escort the newcomer personally. The farm. Go. Now.
You'd better go with him. But just remember, they're not like you and me. Don't let them use you.
What was that? What did you just say?
I said it'll take some getting used to.
Yeah, I'm watching you, farm boy. Greetings, citizen. My name's Horatius.
Maybe I should
Magistrate
pretend to be
Sentius
a
asked me to
noble.
escort you to him personally. Follow me, please. Follow me.
Lead the way.
The only thing you really need to understand right now is the golden rule. Let me see if I can explain it this way. When I was serving in the Legion, if there was a mutiny brewing in one cohort, the legate in charge wouldn't waste time finding the bad apples among hundreds. They just divided us into groups of 10, made us draw straws, and whoever drew the short straw had to be executed by the other 9. Didn't matter whether he'd done anything wrong. One of us in 10 would die for the crimes of the collective. We call it decimation.
Yeah, that's
That
right.
seems like rough
I do
justice
remember
to you.
that.
You're in for a rude shock. Because the golden rule is exactly 10 times worse. The
How so?
magistrate can explain the rest. He's up these stairs.
Okay.
Oh, another one fresh out of the baths, I take it.
Hello.
Ugh, I wish Horatius would stop letting barbarians in here. What do you want?
Well, sorry for being a barbarian.
I'm Sentia, eldest daughter of the magistrate. But you'd know that if you'd been invited in here and introduced properly. What are you doing in here? And why are you dressed like that?
I'm not from around
Really?
here.
I'd never have noticed, what with your flawless accent, appropriate attire, and impressive mastery of our customs. Now, remind me, why are we having this conversation? I trust you can see yourself out.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get anywhere with Sentia. Let's go talk to that magistrate. Are we? Oh, we're still underground. Can I sit? No. Hello.
We're finally alone. I assume you already know who I am. May I know your name?
I'm Huffy.
A curious name to match a curious accent. But I digress. I see you have the posture of a soldier, though I've not seen that in a woman before. You must be of the Amazonian people. I pray to Mars your skill set won't be necessary here, but time will tell. Now, you're probably wondering why I summoned you.
Yeah, what's going
I'll
on?
get to that. But first, take a look at this wondrous place, would you? A secret city built deep in the mountains many hundreds of years ago.
So this city was already old back
Indeed.
then.
More importantly, consider the miraculous community we've built here over the last 7 months.
7 months.
22 complete strangers brought together by the fates, living and working together in our own little paradise. And in all that time, not a single sin has been committed. No fights, no theft, nothing. Have you ever witnessed something so extraordinary as a city without sin?
No, I can't say I
Nor could
have.
I, until I came here. But the reason for this miracle is as simple as it is terrifying. If even one person commits a sin here, every last one of us will die. You
What?
see, the builders of this place, whoever they were, left inscriptions warning, "The many shall suffer for the sins of the one." From what we can gather, breaking the law here will anger the gods and provoke a terrible punishment. Like the curses of Medusa and Midas combined, turning us all to gold. We've come to call it the Golden Rule. It's extraordinary that we've survived as long as we have, and each day I grow more and more afraid that our time in the sun is almost up. And now it seems that day is finally here.
How
All
so?
that matters is that somebody in this city is about to break the Golden Rule. Why else would Proserpina send you now? Unless you and I can stop them, our doom is assured. I know that's a lot to take in, and you look like you have questions. Please, ask away.
All right, let's get to the bottom of this.
An intelligent question. There was a good deal of debate about that in our first weeks here. Does it refer to crimes or to some other ill-defined wrong? Of course, everyone agrees on the basics. No theft, no assault, and certainly no murder. But beyond that, it was more difficult to reach a consensus. What about lying, insulting someone, blasphemy, trespass, trying to escape, bribery, infidelity, suicide? As magistrate, I had to exercise leadership, and so I made a decision. We must uphold the laws of the Empire to a standard never before seen. And we must honor the peace of the gods, the sacred accord between the gods and the people of Rome. It is only by offering the gods the proper respect that we may prosper, as Rome has for centuries.
That's probably how they went 7 months.
Barbaric? Barbaric? What are you talking about? The Empire is the most civilizing force in the known world. Rome is a beacon of light in the darkness. For 800 years she has borne great statesmen, philosophers, poets, artists, and engineers. We have comprehensive laws protecting the
that's
rights
true
of
for
our
the time
citizens,
period.
which have unified countless warring tribes all across the Mediterranean and beyond, from Gallia to Judea. All our citizens are treated the same, regardless of the color of their skin or their sexual preference. Can you say the same? When our people are starving, they are given food rations, and when they are wronged, they have the right to bring the guilty party before the magistrate. Our laws forbid treason, murder, assault, and rape, as well as theft and arson, and so on. No other civilization in the world is so advanced, and you have the hubris to call us barbaric?
Oh, I guess we opened a can of worms with that dialogue. Should we let it slide or? All right, let's go in.
Of course. What else would we do with those prisoners of war who would otherwise have been executed? And besides, there are laws for their protection as well. On occasion, but our gladiators are almost all volunteers seeking glory, or condemned prisoners who would have been executed anyway. I do not see the harm.
Do they have gladiators here right now?
Of course, but with fewer rights come fewer responsibilities, and the right to be protected by their fathers and husbands. You mean the blasphemous cult responsible for burning down half of Rome last year? It's hard to blame the people for being angry about that. Are you talking about our practice of decimation? Of course. We could hardly unite all these warring tribes without a disciplined, formidable legion. Well, right now, you're a long, long way from home.
That's what it seems
I
like.
have made my pronouncement on the subject. Unfortunately, there are still those here who resist, whispering blasphemous and treasonous lies in the shadows.
Like who?
I'd be keeping a close eye on them if I were you.
Tip: these questions will be available later.
You see, in
let's
my
ask,
search
though.
for a way to save my people, I learned of an ancient ritual to Proserpina, the goddess of the cycle of life and renewal. It's said to open a doorway in time, so that if the unthinkable happens, one person can pass through it and travel back to the past. And when I saw you arrive in a flash of light from the goddess's shrine, I knew that person was you. You don't belong in our time, do you?
Smart man.
2,000 years? That is unfathomable. Please tell me, in your time, what did you see? What had become of us, of this city?
I don't think we should lie.
I have imagined it, our downfall 1,000 times, but it still breaks my heart to hear the truth of it. All I can tell you is that it's a ritual sacrifice to Proserpina. I stumbled across instructions. I have to recite a prayer, and of course, as with all rituals, some sacrifice is involved. Usually that means wine or food, or in some cases a live animal. In this case, the sacrifice is rather more costly. The life of the person performing the ritual.
Who was it?
I don't suppose you saw any sign of me in the future? I assume that was me. If I'm forced to perform the ritual, it's going to cost me everything. You'll try to make sure I don't need to use it, won't you?
I'll try my best.
Well, I suppose that's all I can ask for. Well, I believe you're in the best position to go around asking people questions. You're new here, and it'll seem perfectly normal. As for me, well, it pains me to say my attempts to impose order have not earned me many friends.
It's true.
I fear I may not even remain magistrate after today's election. The people here would only treat my curiosity with suspicion. You shouldn't have that problem, though, unless, of course, you get off on the wrong foot.
Like with your daughter? She already does not like me.
Do you ever stare at a problem for so long that you can't see it for what it is anymore? What's needed here is a fresh pair of eyes. The less I prejudice the independence of your investigation, the better.
Fair enough.
You mean you couldn't speak Latin before you arrived here? How strange. But the gods are active here, and their temples and shrines hum with power like nowhere else in the Empire. Perhaps when Proserpina brought you here, she planted the seed of Latin in your mind so that you could better serve her.
I guess so.
Indeed. If I understand Proserpina's ritual correctly, that problem should take care of itself. Let me see if I can explain. If you manage to prevent the sin that breaks the Golden Rule, I won't need to bring you here. I won't create the portal, and you will never have been able to come here. Thus, you'll have created a paradox.
A paradox.
If this occurs, you should be flung back to your own time, having changed the past for all of us. Make sense?
Makes sense.
Ah, good. So, are you with me? Can I count on you to figure out who's about to break the Golden Rule?
I'm in.
Wonderful. Now, I need you to investigate the city, talk to everyone, help them if it'll win their trust. I authorize you to enter private homes and inspect possessions and documents, unless, of course, you're asked to leave. Figure out who the culprit is, and as soon as you have a name, come back and tell me immediately.
All right,
And
we'll
one
get
last
started.
thing. If I were you, I'd start my investigation by visiting Lucretia at the Shrine of Apollo in the Forum. I heard wailing from there not long ago. Seems like something's not right.
All right. We'll get right on it. All right, let's make our way over to the forum. Should be, yeah, down here. Pretty much just gonna have to go back the way we came. Ah, over here.
Keep an eye out for Scintilla, would you?
Hey, Horatius. How's it feel knowing your man's doomed?
This is the gladiator that we saw.
If you're trying to goad me
Running.
into an argument, it won't work. I'm stoic, remember?
If the old man couldn't even keep his own daughter safe,
Wait, what is he saying?
Why do I get the feeling you lot had something to do with Scintilla's disappearance?
that's it. Blame everyone.
Scintilla?
If I find out you did something to that poor sweet girl, not even the Golden Rule is gonna protect you. Got it?
As if I'll be afraid of you, little man.
Didn't we just see...
Citizen?
Didn't we just talk to Scintilla right before? And isn't this her? Oh, that must be Prosperina. Oh, Sentia and Scintillina. Okay. So, this magistrate must be missing a daughter already.
Citizen?
Alright, here's the forum. There are already some people with gold. These must be prior to the magistrate and everyone coming in here. Strangers. Horatius?
Fear is proof of a degenerate.
How'd you get all the way here?
Horatius?
As always, priestess.
Any news about Scintilla, Navia, or Kabash?
No sign of any of them.
Alright. So, we'll pause here. And we'll make a save. Let's see. It's been about 40 minutes now, so I think this is a good stopping point. We'll try to keep these episodes about 40 minutes, so... Thanks for stopping by, guys. Hit subscribe, like, leave a comment. Let me know how you felt about the video. And I'll catch you in the next episode of The Forgotten City. Huffy Bear out.